This is going to offend a few people, maybe a lot more than I really want to, but I don't care at this point. I tell the truth on here when I come on my videos and upload them to YouTube. That's the reason why YouTube hides me, why YouTube puts me on the bottom. Doesn't want a black man showing his love to his black women or his people for that matter. But ladies and gentlemen, like I've heard Jason Black say, and many people in my own personal life that have told me this, that are militant people, more militant than I ever would think to be. The generation of the civil rights era were mostly full of shit. I know it's going to hurt a lot of people and break a lot of people's hearts. It's going to hurt you inside, but it's true. Now don't get me wrong, I know there were many out there of us who were actually fighting for the right reasons. We wanted to be treated like human beings, not less than human. We wanted to actually have the same rights as those in the so-called dominant society, being able to go anywhere we wanted, eat anywhere we wanted to without having any issues with people and not getting hunted down like cattle and being taken out of our houses at night, beaten and lynched, okay? Anybody who's watching this video, I know it's in the dark, there's nothing you see, but you just hear my voice. Can you still tell me now if anything has changed from back then to now? Because I can tell you the only thing that has changed is that now I'm alive. I wasn't around at that time. I'm alive now. You're alive now. Those people that were around back then are either dead or 1 foot in the grave. No disrespect to those who actually did their part for black people. But the only thing that's changed is the year. These people have still shown us hatred. They're still conspiring against us to have us off this planet. They want us killed. They want us off of the planet, period. Like I said, they show their hatred every single day. No matter how many marches, no matter how many protests you have, they are still killing black people. They're still doing what they have been doing, what their ancestors have been doing. And when I hear black people defending them and saying, oh, they're not like their ancestors. No, they're worse than their ancestors now. They're worse. Okay? All I got to do is remind myself of what my ancestors have gone through, the tortures, the horrors that they've gone through. Brothers and sisters taken away from each other, given to slave owners, never to see their brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers ever again because of slavery. The slave master coming to take your woman, black man, to his home, to his bed, to have sex with, to have more children for, to make those children slaves. Taking our babies and throwing them in the rivers, into the waters, for crocodiles and alligators as bait to show themselves so they can kill them. Treat us like we were less than human. Had us working out there in ungodly conditions while they sat on their lazy asses and did nothing but oversee. And God forbid if you stopped working, they would beat you. All I gotta do is think about that. And I don't have hatred, I have anger. But that is one of the biggest reasons, next to what I continue to see to this day, of hatred. That I will never have any sort of sexual encounter or any kind of sexual feelings, or even put myself in a situation where I'm in a relationship with a member of the dominant society. The black people, men and women alike, because both of them do it. I don't give a fuck about you telling me about how much more black men do or not. Fuck off. You're both fucking doing it. So none of you are fucking better than the other. Okay? You have a sickness. You black men out there and black women that do this have a fucking sickness. A mental shackle that is inside your brain, that has been placed on you through indoctrination of being integrated with these people. It's just that simple. Not every black person is going to get along with every other black person, but I don't understand how you know your history. You know your history. You can't tell me that you don't, unless you choose to ignore what you've learned. And you still are out here having sexual relationships and having babies and having marriages with these people, thinking that because they chose you that somehow racism has suddenly ended because you're in a relationship with someone of another race, someone of another community, someone of another ethnic background. Somehow racism doesn't exist anymore because somehow you think that their love for you has ended everything. The majority of the time, they don't even love you. They don't protect you. They don't give a shit about you. They just want to have sex with you. That goes for you too, black men, not just black women. That goes for all of you out there. You see how black people are being treated by these people, by these race soldiers who are supposedly law enforcement. You see how regular white people think they can just walk into black parties and tell you that you can't have your party here and there. They just think they can do whatever the fuck they want to and tell you wherever the fuck you can go and where you can't go because they're white and they say so. No, it doesn't work that way. No. See, back in the day, black people were getting their asses beat. They were getting water hoses sprayed on them. They were getting dogs put on them. They were getting beaten and taken out of their houses and put on trees. And these people who you say are your best choice, who you say love you so much, they had parties, stood there and took photos of your body as it hanged from a tree, as it hung, let me correct myself, as it hung from a tree. Even had their children out there looking at that, so the message could be sent early that you are their enemy and you must die. You got these psychopathic black women and black men dedicating channels to being with these people. Can you tell me that that is right? If you can, you're sick. I don't have hatred for them, and I'm not asking anybody that watches my videos or anybody that is subscribed to me to have any kind of hatred towards these people either. But when I hear shit like a woman or a black man or a black woman, I should say, who have interracial relationships with these people in real life or have interracial relationships with these people on the screen as actors and say when they get criticized for this, I can't believe how far we've come. I thought we've come further than this. So getting back to my original point, the only thing that really has changed is the year, as I said, and black people and white people were starting to become somewhat of a pair that was put on television very slowly but surely. Suddenly black women were doing love scenes with white men and black men were doing love scenes with white women. And somehow that's some sort of victory. I don't see my women going to bed with white men as a victory. I don't see my so-called brothers going to bed with white women as a victory. That's not a fucking victory. If you're talking about progress and moving forward, that's not moving forward. That's going 10 steps backward. You're going into slavery times, but this time, unlike our ancestors that went against their will, you're going willingly into this shit. It's a sickness, people. It is. It is a sickness. I'm sorry to tell you, but it is. It's a sickness. It's a sickness that many black people have. It really is. When I hear people talking about how it's so daring and so amazing to see interracial couples on television, and then they get criticized for it by people that don't want to see it, and I thought we've come further than this. You're defending interracial relationships like it's the best thing that's ever happened, and there's nothing good about it at all. There is nothing good about interracial relationships. I don't care if you're watching this and you're in one. I don't care. I don't hate you. I don't embrace what you do either. And you're never going to change my mind. It's not going to happen. I don't like seeing black women with white men. I don't like seeing black men with white women. I can't tell you what to do with your life. And I never will tell you what to do with your life. I'm just telling you how I feel about the situation. And just me sharing my opinion seems to hurt a lot of fucking people's feelings. I don't know why. Probably because you know it's fucking wrong. That's why. There is absolutely no reason why any black man should be looking over his own women. I've said this before. There's no reason why any black woman should be looking over her men to other men. Divesting in your own people is divesting in your own goddamn existence. I don't think you assholes and dumbasses out there in the swirling community and the save yourself black man community understand this. If you divest in black women as a black man, and you divest in black men as a black woman, you are divesting in your own fucking existence. Do you not realize, and I've said this before, that the reason that your black ass is on this planet is because two black people made love and created you? But you hate that combination yourself because you had, what, a bad relationship with someone, or 3 or 4? So you can't put up with bad relationships, but you'll put up with a really fucked up relationship with someone outside your community because, oh, I've tried so many times with my black men and black women, but I'm in a relationship with a white person now, or a non-black person, and even though it's not going that well, I think I'll stick it out. Unfucking real. You people are so pathetic to me. Really. I can't believe what I heard from some people when I hear them defending this interracial shit on screen as well as in reality. It's just dumb. They talk about interracial relationships as if it's some kind of goddamn victory. It's not a victory at all. I don't find any victory in my people being with people that don't look like them. I don't find any victory in getting with someone that you can't procreate more people of your own. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm not saying this out of hatred, so I don't care if you think it is. It's not hateful, because I don't hate anybody. I just don't see how you can defend it. If you divest in your own people, you're divesting in your own existence, period. I've said enough. I've said enough. I have said everything I need to say. You let me know what you think about it. YouTube will definitely bury this video saying it's hateful, but it's not. Because this video makes sense and they don't want sense to be said. I understand that. I'm